guy, you could treat me right. Way oh, oh. Boy, take a chance, will you let me ride? Way oh, oh. I could be the best thing in your life. Way oh, oh. You got me singing. Way oh, oh. You look like a guy, you could treat me right. Way oh, oh. Boy, take a chance, will you let me ride? Way oh.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Conservation Street. Today I'm joined by Nat Taylor from Wake to Wake, and he's joining me all the way from the Turks and Caicos Islands. How are you doing?
Great, thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Can you tell us a little bit about Wake to Wake before we go on to Jojo, please?
Yeah, Wake to Wake is a water sports company based out here in Turks and Caicos. We've been running since November 2017, and we're on the water pretty much every single day, other than right now, of course.
It's a shame, isn't it? So you went quite viral when you first had these interactions with Jojo the Dolphin and you posted them online.
Yeah.
How did that blow up? Like, was it rapid or did it take a few, like a while till people viewed it, or was it instant?
I don't know. I guess some of the videos were a bit hit and miss. I mean, there was a video at the very beginning which just blew up ages ago with us wake surfing with him, and then it went a little bit quiet, and then we got another really amazing video. But, you know, once they kind of started rolling, like, yeah, it really just kept on going, and suddenly it was just popping up everywhere, which was crazy. I mean, yeah, we never could have imagined that really at the beginning.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? I mean, just to have that experience must be incredible.
Oh, yeah. No, it's incredible. And it's just like the first time every single time. We're excited every single time.
Yeah. What's the actual story behind it? How did it all first come about?
Well, Jojo is a bottlenose dolphin. He's been around Turks and Caicos for, 40 plus years, probably. He's always lived here on the islands, and he's been interacting with people since he was a young dolphin, I guess. And he's never moved on. He's just lived here and interacted the entire time. And so now, even today, you know, if you get out on a boat, get onto the water, you've got a really good chance of seeing him, which is incredible, you know. And he's become famous because he seeks the interaction of people.
It's crazy, really, but they are really intelligent, so it explains it all, I suppose. When at first, was it when you met him, was it always timid interactions, or was it full on? Like you say, he has been around the island pretty much all his life, but does he react differently with different people?
Well, there is one lady who's been coming down here for a long time, who definitely, I guess, he interacts with differently. But, you know, he'll come up to almost any boat. He'll come up to people who are in the water. We do think that he started to maybe notice our boat engine noise to an extent.
Yeah.
He's come over to us a couple of times when we've not even been expecting it, which has been really cool. And he loves to surf in the waves, which is a plus for us because, you know, we'll be out there wake surfing and we'll see Jojo and he'll end up coming and surfing in the wave with us.
Has that had any benefits towards your business? Do you notice a lot of people, now they've seen that, are now really wanting to come out there to experience it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, obviously we have to remember that Jojo is a wild dolphin, so it's never a guaranteed thing. But yeah, we have, you know, we post these videos and we have tons of people who want to come down here and want to see Jojo and want to experience dolphins in the wild and have that experience with a wild dolphin, which is, it's amazing. So there's a lot of people who do come down here for the experience like that.
Yeah, specifically to see him, which is, it must be incredible just to be around him. He's got a family, hasn't he?
Yeah, I guess he's had a couple of families through the years. We think he had a baby earlier in the year whose name was Scooter. Now there's another baby dolphin around the islands called Dreamer, which we believe are all his calves or offspring. So yeah, he's had a couple of different families, which is really cool. So Dreamer is the baby who's hanging around the island at the moment as well.
Yeah, it's nice to see. So how many right now do you often see together?
At the moment, there's probably about 3 dolphins. So Jojo typically is actually on his own a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And then the mother dolphin and Dreamer, which is the baby, they tend to stay together as well. So we'll be going up and down the islands, and we might see one of them, we might see the 2 together, or we might see all 3 of them together. It just kind of varies on a day-to-day.
Yeah, day-to-day basis. He also has a good relationship. Is it your dog he has a good relationship with?
It's Mark, my business partner. It's his dog. But yeah, no, they do have a great relationship. I mean, Ziz, every time he comes on the boat, he wants to jump straight off of it anyway.
Yeah.
And so anytime we stop or slow down and the dolphins are around, he sees the dolphins in the water, he jumps in, he swims around with them. And the dolphins they can clearly tell that it's not a human, it's another animal, it's a dog. And so they're inquisitive, they swim around him, and it's just this really cool thing where they end up swimming around each other constantly.
Yeah, it really shows the intelligence of both animals, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I mean, just to see animals interacting with different species is amazing.
Yeah, no, it really is. Yeah,
Definitely.
It's amazing seeing that kind of stuff.
So, does this, I suppose, how can I put this? Educational wise, do you think it's taught a lot of people that they can get good views of dolphins in the wild rather than going to these marine parks?
Yeah, definitely. I think everybody that comes to Turks and Caicos leaves knowing about Jojo and knowing either through seeing him or learning about Jojo through some way of the dolphins around here. And the fact that you can see dolphins in the wild, and not go to an aquarium or like SeaWorld or something like that where they're all in captivity the whole time. And I think Jojo down here especially is an icon for that, because they tried to introduce an aquarium, a dolphinarium down here years and years ago. But everybody kind of came together and pushed it away, which was great, but Jojo was a massive icon for that as well, because he's our national treasure, our dolphin, which is swimming around in the waters here, and that expands to, I guess, more of the world, essentially.
Yeah, I think people, if you are watching this, you should definitely not to be going supporting them marine parks, because it often is that the lines of the families are taken from the wild initially.
Yeah.
So, essentially, you're ruining dolphins' lives by going supporting that, whereas you can go and see dolphins like Jojo in the wild, where
Absolutely.
You'll essentially have a better experience than you would at these marine parks. So,
yeah, you totally would. And living out here now for as long as I have, I've had some amazing encounters with dolphins in the wild. It's a different thing to be, I guess, in the water and have them come to you and swim around you versus you going to a big tank and seeing them, right?
Yeah,
so it makes it a little bit more special.
Yeah, I was just going to say it must be a more special that they're confident enough to come over to you. So it's pretty amazing.
Amazing. No, it's really cool.
I'm guessing you're quite well travelled. Have you been anywhere else in the world where something like this has happened, quite similar?
No, not that I've ever seen before. This is the first place that I've ever been to which has something like this, like has a wild animal, just casually kind of interacting with humans. I've never been anywhere else that has something like this that I can think of right now. No.
Yeah, really is great. It amazes me, and that's why I wanted you to come on, just to talk about it, because to see it, you don't see it everywhere else, like you say. So yeah, it really is special.
Right.
Did you start getting much news coverage at all? I imagine it started quite locally. Well, the locals must have known about it for quite a while, actually. Like I said, been on the island for a long time, but it's gone global. And then, did any media outlets start picking up on this?
There's definitely been a couple of media outlets that have picked up and done some small kind of short, like video segments on Jojo wake surfing with us and things like that. And like things have gone that way. We've had a lady who does a YouTube wildlife channel who came down and did a whole program on Ziz, the dog, and Jojo.
Is that
together,
Annika?
which is cool. Annika, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah. But also, there's another lady who's been coming down here for years and years and has her own website page and everything, and she's really pumped out a bunch of stuff to Jojo. You can go to this website and check out jandjojo.com.
Yeah.
And you'll find out about all the dolphins that have lived around here. You'll see all the videos. She's written books. So she's done a really good job of getting his name out there as well.
Yeah, it's awesome. Do you think it has any, like we said about dolphins being captured from the wild, has there ever been any moments where people have thought it could happen to him?
No, I don't think that's ever happened down here. Right. No, nobody's ever kind of gone around that idea of doing anything like that. They've had some ideas about commercial fishing and stuff down here, but as far as I am aware, there's never been any kind of talk about capturing dolphins or doing anything.
Yeah,
I mean, there's always the concern of him getting hurt because he likes to swim around boats so much, so he does get hit every now and then. But yeah, he's a national treasure, so you'd be breaking the law if you were to try and capture him or do anything. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, it sounds like there's a strong community down there that really do treasure him, like you say.
Yeah, there is. I mean, the entire kind of industry down here on the island is based on the water.
Yeah.
So everybody's on the water, everybody kind of knows everybody, and everybody is interacting with the same things every day. So
yeah,
it's a nice tight-knit kind of community out there.
Yeah, does he travel quite all the way around the island, or does he have any main spots that he likes to hang around?
Well, he's in, he can be anywhere from Grace Bay, which is the #1 beach. That's kind of where everybody comes down for holidays here. But he can be all the way up in front of Parrot Key, which is kind of east down the islands. And he travels up and down. So you might find him going east one day, you might find him going west the next day. And he'll just be going up and down, up and down. But I don't know, he might go even further than that. I have no idea.
Yeah, like you say, you can't really track it, can you? So
no.
Yeah, it is amazing. So has it always been effectively you guys that have really got it out there and shown it to the world, really? Or has he had much, how can I put it, publicity? No, it sounds strange out of an animal, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, Jay, the one who has the website, is probably the one who got the most out there before us. I guess social media has kind of changed the game a little bit for it, though. You know, like being able to post on Instagram and get these videos of him out there, and then being able to like have an account for Jojo and like actually blasting Jojo as an account out there.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot easier now than it was before, I guess. To
Yeah,
just
he's a bit more of
pump it out there.
Bit more of a celebrity, isn't he now? He's very well known around the globe. Has it had any effects on you as a person? Has it changed you at all in any way, having these experiences?
Yeah, for sure, I guess. I mean, just as far as appreciating nature goes, I guess, right? Every interaction is special. Every interaction is just as awesome as the last time. You know, we're excited like kids every time we go out there. And so, yeah, I mean, I guess it just makes you appreciate everything more, you know, and try not to take all the moments for granted. It's definitely a special thing.
Yeah, it's something that you'll never really forget.
Yeah.
What was your first memory of Jojo, if you can remember that?
Oh, gosh. Probably maybe back in 2015, something like that. Just being out on Mark's boat, we're out on one of the wake boats going along. And like I said, when you're out on the water, just being out there for the day, you've got a good chance of seeing him. So we were out there, and it was just him coming by the boat, I think. You know, there wasn't really any crazy interactions the first time around. But it was just amazing to have, you know, I mean, he's a big dolphin too. He's like 7-8 feet long.
Yeah.
It's amazing to have this big dolphin just swim right next to the boat, come up next to the boat, and go back down and go off again.
Yeah. You really do seem to have some amazing experiences with him. And he's not so afraid of getting close, is he?
No, he'll get really close, but he'll never let you touch him.
No, which is good.
Which is great. You know, like you'll feel like you can reach out and touch him, but he'll always be just too far away, which is great.
It's great because, like, I imagine with it being quite a tourist hotspot, people do try and cross the mark and reach out to him. So it must be nice to know that he knows he doesn't want to touch you and he has his own boundaries.
Yeah, exactly. Right, like he's happy being close to you, but he's like, yeah, no, don't touch me, man. Like.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the viewers about dolphins themselves? Anything you've learned about them that you could tell?
They are
put you on the spot.
No, that's fine. They're extremely intelligent creatures. You know, if you ever get the chance to see them in the wild, then go for it. You know, take a boat trip, go out into the ocean, or come to somewhere like Turks and Caicos.
Yeah.
And just get to see them in the wild, in their element, you know, because they're amazing creatures. And you can see the intelligence when you're in the water with them. When you're looking at him and he's looking back at you, you can see it. You know, you can see them thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. If you want to go and see Jojo the Dolphin, get over to and get in contact with Wake to Wake, and then you can go and have that amazing experience. Definitely.
Yeah,
I'll leave you links below. Bit of a plug there for anyone who's watching.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on. I've really enjoyed talking about Jojo with you. I'm
man.
not sure there's much we can really cover, but we've tried to cram it in, and thank you very much. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, thank you, Lewis.
I'll leave all your socials below, and everyone go and follow and get in touch with Wake to Wake once this tragedy that's going on in the world's over.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Please
stay safe.
Goodbye.
All right, take it easy.